What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex. In this video, we got to talk about Gears of War Reloaded. The rumored remaster is real. Granted, it's just the one game. I imagine the rest are going to come eventually, by the way, but it's long been rumored that there was a, Marcus Phoenix collection type thing, akin to Halo, and, it was coming. And here's what I'll say. I really believe that this is better than I thought it was going to be. Although it's only one game. Yes, it is only one game. But what they're doing to this thing, and I just think the avenues of which you can play it, cross-play, multiplayer, the multiplayer in particular is, I can't actually believe that they're doing it, and I want to talk about that as well in this video. But just really quickly going over kind of the bullet points. So this thing is coming out across everything, which includes PlayStation. Well, I guess I should say this, not on Switch. Now, maybe it comes to Switch 2 eventually, but, on their list, it comes to Series S and X, comes to PC, cloud gaming, PS5, and Steam. It's also going to be on Game Pass, as well as PC Game Pass. It's $40 if you just want to, outright buy it. Comes out on August 26th, so just another game, that August-September period continues to get really, really full. But August 26th, like I said, it's cross-play and cross-progression. And if you have the Ultimate Edition of this game, Gears of War Ultimate Edition, you actually just get the free upgrade for nothing. So that's insanely cool. And then jumping to the bottom of their blog post here, 4K, 60 FPS in campaign, 120 FPS in multiplayer, HDR. It's got 4K assets and remastered textures, 0 loading screens during the campaign. It very much sounds awesome. There's only a few pictures, but I actually find two things I actually find kind of weird about this is they didn't drop a trailer for it. Now, I imagine that's at the Xbox event, but they still didn't drop a trailer, and they didn't announce it at the Xbox event. I guess those two things go pretty much hand in hand. I imagine we see it there. I imagine there's just a full-length trailer. I don't know how many more details you could possibly have because, Gears of War 1 is Gears of War 1, right? You can't alter it too much. So there can't be too many, surprise announcements. But I do think you would show it just to kind of have, a full, whether it's a comparison trailer. Oftentimes, for a remaster, they'll do that, show what it looked like back then, show what it looks like now. And I imagine that's at the Xbox event. It was just kind of weird that, and it's actually leading people to say, holy dear God, you had a Gears of War remaster and you didn't even announce at the Xbox event. So what are you going to show at the Xbox event, right? Meaning it's, hopefully going to be pretty darn big. The only other things I really want to touch on, really two things. One, coming to PlayStation, of course. So, look, we kind of knew this. It's number one, it's been a trend with what Xbox has been doing. But number two, we've heard about it when it came to Gears of War, right? We've heard the rumor that when this thing gets announced, it's going to come to PlayStation. And I saw it personally. I follow Xbox and PlayStation on Twitter, okay? But this is just kind of a interesting, I think, story of how I saw it. I literally saw the PlayStation account tweet it. And then I scrolled down, I saw everybody else talking about it. But the very first tweet that I saw announcing it was PlayStation. And seeing PlayStation tweet about a Gears of War game coming out, it is weird. It's very weird, but it's, I think I called it unbelievable, but in the best way. And it really is. If you told any of us 10 years ago Gears of War would come to PlayStation, we would have probably thrown you through whatever door, was closest to you. But, nowadays it's not as surprising, but it is kind of surreal to see PlayStation tweet about it. So that's massive. Game Pass gives it the edge to me. I have Gears of War 1, and I just played Gears of War 1 a year and a half ago, so it actually hasn't even been all that long. But it being on Game Pass, it leans it on Xbox to me. I would probably get it through Xbox. However, there's probably something very special if it happens. Now, I didn't see this. This is something that they're going to have to confirm. Can we please get it physically? They are going, Xbox specifically, is going down a very bad road, with eliminating physical. But can you imagine how cool it would be? Truly. PS5 Gears of War, just to see Gears of War on a PS5. Seeing it on the PS Store is going to be one thing, but to have the actual case for it is going to, I think, be something else. So I would like to obtain one of those if they're even doing it. A lot of their games aren't physical anymore, which is annoying, but it's the way that it is. And then the second part is the multiplayer. Now, this is, again, where, like it coming out on PlayStation, I think makes it better than it would have been if it didn't. And then having multiplayer, let me just quickly say, okay, I think this really is, like, this isn't clickbait. This is a bigger deal than I thought it was going to be, and this is a bigger deal than you might think it is, because you think about these mid-2000, late 2000 games, most times we're saying RIP to them when it comes to the multiplayer, right? All these games in the late 2000s that attached multiplayer to them to give them something else to do, right? We're saying goodbye to them. The Dead Spaces of the world were shut down. The Assassin's Creeds of the world, Batman Arkham Origins, like a lot of these games, the multiplayers are shut down. Beyond that, though, when games get remastered, 9 out of 10 times, in fact, 10 out of 10 times until this happened, the multiplayer does not come with it. All these games that were remastered, I mean, the one that, I think people are pointing to maybe because of like console wars type thing, but you know what? It really is a fair point. You could look at like Uncharted when they did the Legacy of Thieves collection. You could look at The Last of Us, specifically Naughty Dog actually should be put under a microscope. Like, to bring The Last of Us and to do The Last of Us Part 1 remake, I think they lost something by not doing factions, by not bringing factions with it. And look, the excuse is that nobody else does it. But now this is the very first one. To my knowledge, now I don't follow every single remaster that's ever come out, but again, 9 out of 10 remasters, Mass Effect Legendary Edition, like, most times when you do remasters, you do not bring the multiplayer mode with it, even though I personally believe you should. You don't do it. So this having multiplayer, not just that it's crossplay, not just that it's cross progression, and that's freaking awesome, and that it has the visual and performance boost for it being, a remastered game. But the fact that it's there in the first place, I would have played, like, if it's just a reskin, if the game itself somehow was remastered, but the multiplayer wasn't, but the multiplayer was put in, that would be acceptable, because that is also something that nobody does. But to remaster the multiplayer and to bring it in, you just don't see the mid to late 2000 games bring multiplayer along for the ride when they get a remaster or remake. So I really want to applaud that, because that's 1 in a million. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.